Alright. Take 9. Gamers, he-hims, Zers, no women. Welcome back to Terraria Tuesday. Episode 3. Today, we're going to be ranking every single Terraria achievement on this tier list. Now, before we get right into this, I have several rules for how we're going to be doing this to keep everything professional and truth-seeking and unbiased. These achievements will be ranked in order of difficulty, and I'll justify each and every placement. As a challenge, I'm going to be reading it entirely myself in one take, with no notes. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Timber. Chopping a tree is the first thing you'll do in Terraria. Not very difficult. Star power. The materials to make a mana star literally fall out of the sky. Stop. Hammer time. Easily craftable out of wood, a hammer will be one of your most important tools. Matching attire. Armor is one of the most important methods of progression, and getting a set to start, such as cactus or wood, ain't too hard. Head in the cloud. Wings are some of the most important accessories. Fledgling wings can be acquired from Sky Islands or starting as a Journey Mode character. The achievement is only this high due to the hit tier dignity required to play Journey Mode. Get a life.
Just one click to get it, bro.
No hobo.
NPC housing is key to progression. The hammer will help.
I am loot. Breaking some bat pots on your way underground to give you the torches to light your way to the chests. Like a boss. Easily crafted a demon altar or found in chests, boss summons like the Suspicious Eye or Slime Crown aren't too hard to get. You can do it.
10 blocks. Every mob blocked.
Fashion statement. Put some stuff in the social slots and look cool. Come on. Goblin punter. The weakest invasion shouldn't be much of a challenge. More like a living spike ball factory.
Yeah!
Jeepers creepers. Dig past the underground layer into the cavern layer and you'll find one of these mini biomes without too much hassle. There are some who call him. He's with you in the dark, with your heart as his mark, and he'd guide you the way back to spawn, if you weren't a pushover. Ooh, shiny.
Getting ore can be pretty difficult. You have to, go underground. Real scary stuff.
Lucky break. Despite the achievement being called Lucky Break, you can't get it while wearing a lucky horseshoe. Heavy metal. Getting an anvil just needs some easily acquired ore, or some cash at the merchant. Watch your step.
This achievement is pretty hard to get. I had to take off my glasses.
Hold on tight. Getting a grappling hook isn't too bad. You just need to venture underground or to the jungle to get a hook, and then craft a few chains. You can also just find a grappling hook. Smashing poppin'. See, I told you the hammer would be useful. Eye on you.
Defeating the Eldritch Eye may seem intimidating, and yeah, it is.
Till death. Here you face something scarier than any Eldritch being. The high rate of divorce and dissatisfaction people feel towards those who they thought they'd spend the rest of their lives with. The struggle of moving on from your everything. To grapple with the question, why? From a functionalist point of view, bloodbath.
The moon is actually bleeding!
Throwing lines. Can be pretty difficult if you respect yourself. Worm fodder. Squelching the wacky worm can be made much easier with piercing weapons and ammunition like the Vile Thorn and Jester's arrows. Where's my honey? Venturing into the underground jungle can take some preparation, as the enemies can be brutal for early game players and the underskilled. But hives are common enough, finding them shouldn't be too hard. Vehicular manslaughter. Sting operation. After you do find a hive, you want to be careful setting up an arena, as any small prod to the larva will spawn the queen. The game thankfully gives you a free healing buff in the form of the honey at the bottom of the hive. Pretty in pink.
Killing the itty-bitty slime would be way too much for some of you with morals, which is why you go for the brain chip.
Marathon medalist. To get this one, you have to get off the palanquin. I know. Your logic went too far this time, but I believe in you to pass this true test of will. It's getting hot in here. After a lot of digging, you'll finally reach the infernal realm. Be warned, navigation here will be hindered by the damn souls of everyone who doesn't like the video, comment their favorite achievement, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell, as well as the 2 XKO players. Heartbreaker.
These things take way too long to find, and then after all that, you still have to swing your pickaxe multiple times. Ugh.
Dungeon heist.
Getting the hoik set up to get into the dungeon is a lot of work, and the Guardian ripping you to pieces repeatedly is demoralizing, but the loot is pretty worth it.
Completely awesome. The steep price of 35 gold can really put off people who carry all their money with them. Boned. The one and only guardian of the dungeon. Don't pull your punches because this boss is just skin and bones minus the skin. You'll want the best armor your class can get before testing your marrow against this bonely defender. Into orbit.
Once you get above the clouds, you can see the stars. You can gaze at the wonder of the cosmos and forget your grand goals of vain achievements. You'll need to avoid enlightenment and ascension to higher spiritual realms, though, so you can ascend to the top of the map to get this achievement.
Still hungry. To get this achievement, 2 paths lie before you. Both lead to hell. The first is the way of the builder. It is to deforest your world, to create a bridge across the underworld, rivaling in size the Midgard serpent. The second is the way of the smith. You must scour the lower caverns for the lava charm and combine it with water walking boots and some other trinkets to create the lava waders, allowing one to skip the building of the hell bridge at the cost of their sanity. It's hard.
To reach hard mode, one must beat the wall of flesh. Damage in this fight is key, as you are on a time limit to beat the boss before you run out of bridge or
world.
If you can deal the damage while avoiding the increasing number of enemy minions and deadly lasers, you've done it!
Begone evil. After reaching hard mode, to get the new ores, you'll have to use your... Say it with him, folks!
Hammer!
Miner for fire. Hellstone is a bit hard to get sometimes, alright? Extra shiny.
But once you've got it, those new ores are a piece of cake.
Walk the plank. Pirates can cause some havoc in early hard mode if they strike before you get new weapons or armor. Servant in training.
The angler quests are a deadly addiction. To do one is to give yourself to them. By completing this achievement, you've sold your soul.
The cavalry. Listen, we all forget about key mechanics from time to time. Bulldozer.
It's called Terraria, not Minecraft. Why would you be mining?
Kill the sun. The solar eclipse has a small chance to spawn every day after one mechanical boss is defeated. You can also use a solar tablet to summon it, but I don't see why anyone ever should. Archaeologist.
This low spawn rate jungle exclusive zombie variant is pretty easy to miss.
Buckets of bolts. These 3 bosses are the gateway to hard mode, and they're that hard. Drax, attacks. Drills are worse than pickaxes in all cases, so it's good if you like inconvenience. Photosynthesis.
I know the chlorophyte ore might resemble depictions of radioactive material you've seen in popular media, but it's entirely safe to eat.
Funky Town. The construction of an artificial mushroom biome is a monumental task. It's going to take forever to get the mushroom house to look right. It can talk.
See above.
Topped off. For this achievement, you need 20 life fruit and 15 life crystals! The Great Southern Plant Kill.
Terraria is a notoriously difficult boss. The increased speed and projectile number in the second phase can easily trip you up. But the hardest part is always finding the bulb.
Slippery Shinobi. The King Slime, known for its undodgeability, is easily one of the hardest bosses and deserves a place up here. Gelatin World Tour.
Hunting down every slime type can be hard, with rare types like the rainbow slime being especially difficult to find.
Sticky Situation. Surviving the King Slime is one thing, but doing so after such a deadly event, another level. Prismancer.
The rainbow rod is like the magic missile, but cooler. Only craft if you can handle how cool it is.
Big Booty. Alright, let's all be mature here. The booty being described is the loot from the biome chests in the dungeon. Robbing the Grave.
The enemies of the post-Plantera dungeon can and will give you a run for your money if you aren't prepared. But a proper build and finding the right background to the farm will yield spectacular results.
Deceiver of Fools.
This is any Terraria's worst fear. A woman.
Lizardian Idol. If you're in the proper point in progression, he's a pushover. Like, literally, you could push him over. Why did the lizards choose him as their idol? Sword of the Hero.
Whoa, it's the Terraria sword from Terraria. I love fighting Mothron.
Tinfoil Hatter. This achievement is pretty hard to get because aliens aren't real. Rock Bottom.
Bottom, like...
Temple Raider. This achievement requires you to open the door of the temple, but you can just hoik or rob Discord into the bottom. Fish out of water. He's with you in the dark, for your hearts you've no ark that could guide you the way through the waves. Obsessive Devotion. While it's commonly known that hitting a false clone of the cultist will summon a phantasm dragon, if you don't kill the dragon before you fail the ritual circle attack again, it summons another enemy called the Ancient Vision. Star Destroyer. The invasion-esque celestial pillars provide a good penultimate challenge for the game, allowing the use of any number of strategies and showcasing the creative potential of the game. The Frequent Flyer.
This dishonorable tactic is unbecoming of a true Terrarian. Anyone who uses it are fake gamers.
Slayer of Worlds. Yeah, the bosses are pretty easy. The real point of the game is to build and have fun. Smiley face. Champion of Terraria.
You are here. The final challenge awaits. Will you reach the heights of greatness, or will you crumble into dust, lost to history like all who strove too far before you?
Sick Throw. Sick Throw. Rainbows and Unicorns.
Sprinkle some whimsy into your life on occasion. It's good for you.
Do you want to slay a snowman? This achievement requires you to remember the frost invasion exists. It's nearly impossible. Mastermind. Ice Scream.
Ice cream? You scream? We all scream?
Baleful Harvest. While mechanically easier than the Frost Moon, the Pumpkin Moon was up. You and what army? Playing Summoner is evident of high skill and technique, and demonstrates a trait notable of a true gamer. Having someone else play the game for you. Die Hard. It takes great mental effort not to trash those die crafting items taking up valuable inventory space. Mecha Mayhem.
Fighting Mechdusa in Legendary mode is the only real way to get this achievement. Mecha Mayhem Mechdusa? The alliteration is just too perfect.
Good little slave. Once it takes root, the fishing rod trout, monkey.
It just grows and spreads, taking more and more.
Fast, leaving nothing but a gnawing void in the place of your soul! Not the bees.
Bees sting, you know?
Benched. This is the start of a journey. Taking this first step can be a difficult emotional choice that over 30% of players haven't been able to do. Hey, listen! Seeing a potential enemy float through the wall can make even the most veteran Terraria player Alt F4 in fear. If an enemy can float through walls, what can it do to your hardcore run? Quiet neighborhood.
Considering real Terrarians only play hardcore runs, you're gonna have to kill your NPCs, which is a real hassle.
Just desserts. The crystal slime minions are terrible! I hate them! Classic re-illogic enemy. Not fun, not challenging, just horrible! Feeling petty.
Getting a pet is a lot of work. Taking them on walks, feeding them consistently. I'm still not sure what the point of Terraria's smell-o-vision accessory it was, but it definitely reminds you to clean the litter boxes.
Real estate agent.
The landlord is a noble title. To manage and prepare the living space for others is a great task, and the privilege of the moneyed.
Leading landlord. Housing should not be a commodity! Dead men tell no tales. Opening any naturally generated chest is a sign of an infantile mindset regarding the belongings of others. Hero of Etheria.
This isn't Terraria. That's something else.
Jolly Jamboree. Infinity +1 sword. I think the next 5 are pretty obvious. Don't need any reasoning for their spots here. Unusual survival strategies.
They say water is the source of life. This saying is, however, incorrect. My friend Kevin is.
An eye for an eye. Appearing during winter, Geoclops is a dangerous threat that can easily destroy your base in hopes of seeing summer if you aren't prepared. Make sure you fine-tuned your kiting skills. A shimmer in the dark.
Transmutation, the supposed skill of ancient alchemists. Why relogic would perpetuate the pseudoscientific belief inherent to the practice of alchemy is beyond me, but I, for one, will not engage in such a system.
Pockets of bolts. Torch God. Torch God, the god of torches. A divine being unparalleled in the world of Terraria. It's the one thing you can't kill. You can only gain its favor. To put the achievement any lower would be sacrilege. Feast of Midas.
The elite don't want you to know this, but eating large quantities of precious metals is actually really good for you.
Glorious fishing pole. To fish or not to fish? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous quest numbers, or take up arms against the sea. The Great Slime Mitosis.
This sticky fetch quest requires the player to bounce all around the world to collect 8 gelatinous gremlins and bring them home. While most of the slimes are easy enough to get, one is locked behind hard mode, and beating the queen slime.
Accumulation complete. The Ankh Shield is a powerful accessory requiring 10 rare drops from largely hard mode enemies. While the drops are hard to obtain, the helpful shimmer allows you to transmute some duplicate drops into new ones. Black Mirror.
This is the only way the words Terraria and mobile should be connected.
And good riddance. Purifying the world of corruption, crimson, and hollow. It's no easy task. Thankfully, you can do it on a pre-hard mode world, where there's no hollow or biome spreading. Don't dread on me.
The Dread Nautilus is a boss not to be underestimated. Fished up during hard mode blood moons, the lurking libertarian dishes out a lot of damage while flying around at high speeds. It can also deflect projectiles back at you instead of directly attacking. Seems fitting.
To infinity and beyond. To be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to appreciate the cyborg. His wares uses are extremely subtle. And if you had a solid grasp of Shroomite armor, most optimal strategy will go over a typical player's head. Fae Flayer.
To this day, I'm still surprised Relogic added a boss this hard. Thankfully not mandatory to beat the game. The Empress easily takes reign as the hardest boss in here. You'll have to really practice to beat this no-hit boss.
Hot Reels.
You can really use those lava fishing drops, if it weren't post-game by the time you get this.
Supreme Helper Minion! 200. You must complete 200 fishing quests. 199. How many are done? Only one fishing quest remains before every achievement is complete. The final challenge. Oh,